Not a minute to spare. Good morning. It's marketing moments, and here I am again, just fixing my hair. No, today we're going to talk about search and how search works. So I thought I'd get on here and just dive right in. If you're joining me, tell me what you're doing today and how your day is, and let's talk search. Did you ever wonder? Did you ever wonder how search works and how you get all the answers you get? Oh, and wait, before I get into it, check it out. See this? See the marketing moment sign behind me? Look, I actually can go under it. Anyway, so today we're talking about search and how search works. And hey Mona, I was just saying, look at the marketing moments thing behind me. Sorry. So glad you're here, buddy. Today I'm talking about search and how search works because, well, it's always super interesting, right? Tell me what you're doing today, and tell me if you pay attention to the search engine results page when you get results and some of the things you notice. I know you help businesses online, and I'm not sure if you do any advertising for them or if you help them with Google. So today, let's get right into it. So the reason I bring this up is because it's so interesting. And in the last year, Google has really started to change some things. In the SEO community, there's a lot of complaints about certain things because what's happening is less clicking. You're getting more of your answers actually directly on Google. So you're not going to sites. We all see this. We all see the drop down box of the questions and answers, the new carousel with the videos. What else? I got a carousel for recipes. It was really interesting. So that being said, I wanted to talk about what Google's job is, and how Google does it, and how search is changing, and then talk about a little bit about the search engine results pages. So, what does Google do? Google's job is to bring us the most important and relevant information to our fingertips. But not only that, Google needs to bring us and figure out exactly what we're searching for. So if I'm searching for cats, Google doesn't know if I'm searching for buy a cat or get cat food or cat facts. So Google has to interpret, and a lot of the time we are not as concise as we need to be when we search. But Google does a really good job of getting us the exact information we need. Now, how does it do that? Well, it all starts with Google Index. Google indexes web pages, and it has a bank of millions of pages. And so their little crawlers or spiders or whatever you want to call it go out onto the web and search around, and they follow links. That's why linking from page to page or blog post to page is really important. But they follow and they look for new content, and they have some key indicators that they pay attention to, like keywords on a page, titles. There are a lot of things that these little tiny spiders do, and Google does not tell us exactly what they do. Although you can find a Google training manual online that teaches the search people that do searches and get paid for it, what they're looking for. So because Google has researchers doing stuff all the time as well. So how Google does this is when it stores that information, it categorizes it word by word. And as machine learning starts to happen, morning, Gwen, as machine learning or AI or what else do they call it? Well, basically, it's machine learning. As it progresses, search is changing. Now, I don't know if you guys see all these changes on search, and maybe because I'm so deep in there, I pay attention to this stuff all the time. Hey, Gwen, I'm going to step it back a second, say, hey, and hey, did you see my marketing moment sign? I can turn it on and off too, which is kind of fun. I'm so glad you're here. This morning, I am talking about search, how search works. So I already went through kind of what Google does and how Google does it. So Google stores all the web pages, like a huge, ginormous library, and it categorizes it. And so when we do a search, it tries to pull up the most relevant information. I mean, millions of searches are done a day. Billions of pages have been indexed. And as we evolve, Google evolves too. And with that evolution, we're seeing major changes. And those changes are really fun. But now it's more important than ever to start paying attention to this, because not only if you own a business do you want to show up on Google, but if you're on Google and you're searching, you want to get what you need, right? And how can you get what you need if you don't know some tricks or what Google's job is? So as machine learning comes more into play, we're seeing on the search engine results page less clicking. So drop down menus of recipes, top 10 items listed. So there's a lot of different things happening on Google search. We're now seeing videos being optimized to show up in search engine results pages. There is a lot, and there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to manage and understand search. Do you like the guitar? Not mine. And that little piece of cloth thing is from one of the toys, the dog toys. Thank you for loving this sign. Yeah, it's I don't know if you know, but my course is ready, and it's happening. It's happening. So that's really exciting. So that's why I'm diving into these topics, because this is something that we're going to talk more and more about. And it is lesson 1 in my acceleration optimization lab. Good name, huh? So Gwen, when you search, what are things you notice? And I know you do homeschooling, so you must be on there all the time, searching and learning and getting results. One of the things that I really have liked is the lack of clicking that I need to do. Now, I know that isn't great for SEOs, because our job is to bring people to people's websites, bring the right people to people's websites. And I think this still happens. I just think you're getting more specific customers to your site. Oh, hello, Patricia. Good morning. Good morning. I am talking about search and how search works. But now for what I'm going to get into now. So on search engine results pages, there are a couple things that are always now showing up. So number 1, we have the ads at the top and at the bottom of the page. And in the middle, we have organic, right? The organic listings, let's say, right? And above the organic, we have something called the snack pack, which is local SEO. So that's usually Google Maps. And that's usually what we see. Now, sometimes if our search isn't local, we don't see the maps. So search, as it evolves and changes, that's the generalized thing we see. Now we're seeing, ads, and then we're seeing the carousel, or we're not even seeing ads and we're just seeing the carousel. So there's so many things that are changing. And if we pay attention to the machine learning and what's going on, and the fact that Google's trying to bring us more information to our fingertips, there's questions we need to ask ourselves. Questions about search intent. So I see a lot of people who are writing blog posts and picking keywords, and they're picking them because of how many impressions they get and all this stuff. But what people aren't thinking about is intent. For instance, yesterday I looked up professional pool people, because we need some help. And that is, a direct, like, I am looking for a service, right? Because of the word professional. So it's a more intense search. However, I didn't get what I needed the first search. So I actually had to put in pool professionals, Victoria, BC, or Duncan, BC. And that got me the first result. It wasn't actually a paid ad, but that I called them right away. So that people do buy services and look for businesses online. It is the way we search. It is the way we find businesses and people we want to follow, besides Facebook, right? So understanding search and understanding how we can work with Google to make sure Google knows that we're around and knows that people are going to be looking for us. That's what we want to do. Hi, Lucinda. And Gwen, thank you so much for saying, about the class. Thank you, thank you. And you're saying we'll have to check out more thoroughly because it's good for business and homeschool. Yes, actually, you know what I found today? So I was searching around, of course, and I fell upon, and I'm surprised I didn't know about it. It's called, so I fell upon a page called How Search Works, and where is it? And I have a link to Google Search Education, which, Gwen, I will put it in the notes, and it's live training. It's not really live, but it teaches how search works, and it teaches, and I think it'd be great for your kid, and maybe even you. So I will share that along. I'm probably going to watch it myself because, that was new and exciting. So yeah. So that's what I'm talking about this morning. Search. Now, do you search? Do you pay attention to what how often are you on Google? Let me know in the comments. How often are you searching on Google and what types of things are you searching for? Oh, what an interesting question. I told you what I was searching for. I'm searching for pool professionals. Why? Because I think we might have a little leak in our pool. And I tell you, being the manager of great water, I mean, not the biggest water, but, so that's what I was searching. Oh, yes, of course, Gwen, I'll send that to you. It's a really good find. I love all the little things you find online if you're just willing to click around, right? I get click happy. I don't know. Lots of people are afraid of clicking all the time. So that's basically my Go Live Sunday. Yeah. So the world of Google is changing. Now, one of the reasons I talk about search, and the first lesson in my pilot program is search and search engine results pages. So we literally go in and take a deep dive and look at what we're seeing and why we're seeing it. And then we talk about things like search intent, different types of searches, because there's informational, transactional, there's when you go directly to a website. There's so much to learn about Google, and Google is such a big part of our lives, right? If we begin to understand it now, we won't get left behind. We won't, things are moving fast. I think last year was the biggest shift I've seen. I mean, over time, Google's changed, right? It used to have ads on the side. Now it's got Google My Business. As we progress, our society, people know more than they've ever known before, and information is flying in faster than ever. Collaborations are happening, and we are growing mentally and specifically online, and specifically with information. We are not out of this information age. Gwen, you search on your phone mostly. Interesting. Do you know what? Well, that's why Google indexes websites mobile first, right? That's the big thing, mobile first. So whenever you write a blog post or do anything like that, check it out on your mobile phone. That'll really help you see, how it looks and how fast it loads, things like that. On my website, for instance, there's a picture on the front page, but on mobile, you don't really see the picture. It's kind of interesting. I have to get some of my site fixed because the text is actually a little too small on mobile. Slightly irritating. So yeah. Okay, back to search. Search is amazing. So besides what Google does, we also want to see what we respond to online and why we respond to those things. Do you know why you click on the things you click on? Do you know that there's little tiny things that people do that will make you more likely to click on those things and you don't even notice? It's really interesting, actually. And I have a story about meeting a gentleman who came and talked to me one day. And I took in all of him and was judging him as he spoke to see to figure out if he was, genuine about what he was saying. And I realized that really relates to how we search, as weird as that sounds, because our eyes take in so much on the page. Right? We process it all. We don't know we're processing it, but we are, because we're fast to find results, right? We are instant action takers online, as funny as that sounds, but we are subject to being slightly manipulated in some ways, right? And the reason I know this is because of AdWords. So things like numbers and symbols and highlighted words in the search engine results pages in the listings will make us more likely to click. So yeah, search is fun. And the beginning of how search works and what we see is the beginning foundation of how we can improve what we're doing for our own businesses and how we're understanding how Google works, which is going to be in our benefit because as things change, we know in about 3 years, it's all going to be machine learning. We know that search is going to be more voice search, and we know that video is taking over. So if we account for these things and we pay attention and we understand what's going on now, when the future is the future, we'll have a better understanding and grasp where other people will be really left behind here. So there's no better time to learn about search and Google than now, in my humble opinion. That being said, if you're interested to learn about the pilot program that I am activating August 15th, let me know because it's actually for testers. So it's to get feedback. It's at a very reduced cost. And I have actually the kind of site we're sending people to read about it. So anyway, let me know if you're interested. If you don't know who I am, I'm Pip and I run Seymour Digital Media. We're a search and social business agency. And also we run a Facebook group for marketing experts and business owners who love marketing or want to learn how to market. If you don't know about that group, it's called Cyberpunk Geeks Marketing Mixer. You just have to type in Cyberpunk Geeks. We do lives in that group. We support each other. It's really fun. And if you want to learn about marketing, it's a great place to be. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I'm going over into the group because today's Go Live Sunday. Super fun. Anyway, hope to see you over there. Have a great day. Bye. Ooh, you know what? It's not letting me end it. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, well. Okay, I cannot close this, so I'm going to hard shut it down. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Lovely to chat. And I can't wait to, hopefully see you next week and talk with you.